Hello. Welcome to FCB and AFC chatter. I'm ready for El Classico. It's 4 a.m. today. I'm groggy, but it's the El Classico. You can't miss the game. The stadium is packed. Fans are all jumping, they're all ready for the game. Let's go. Live at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 8 o'clock in Las Vegas. Essentially, I'm 8 hours. Las Vegas is 8 hours behind Barcelona. Sorry, the UK. I don't know what the lineup is. Let me see. So Rafinha, Lewandowski and Fati are starting up front. Busquets, Gavi and Pedri are starting in midfield. Oh! It's Araujo on the right back, Christensen and Eric starting at centre back. I told you this. Eric wanted, a ball playing centre back needs to be there. That's what Xavi has put there. With Eric Garcia and Alba is playing left back. I'm not sure why Araujo is playing right back. Just because he had a good performance against Real Madrid last time, keeping Vinicius in his pocket. Maybe that is the reason he has been chosen. I was hoping that Frenkie would start with Busquets, Pedri, but Gavi has started, and similarly I thought Dembele would start, but Rafinha has been given the chance today. I'm sorry, I'm just checking if the mic is working because I forgot to switch on my microphone yesterday during the stream. So, sorry for that sudden noise. It says they're going to start at 4, but it still hasn't started. Oh, and by the way, Arsenal have won 4-0 against Chelsea. Let's see who scored. Lokonga has scored. Saka, Odegaard, and Gabriel Jesus again. He's up to a good start. I'll have to look at that. I'll look at the highlights and maybe see if I can find the whole match somewhere.
Turned from a mid-season spell at Everton. No doubt, plenty of expectation on Real Madrid as always, moving into their campaign.
Yeah, of course, and look, these are the champions of Europe, these are the champions of Spain. They are hoping to keep themselves on that pedestal, and when you have a manager of the ilk and the class and the desire of Carlo Ancelotti, even at his age, and I hope he forgives me, even at his age, he's still a born winner, and he wants to keep going and going and going. He's not going to let this Real Madrid team rest on their laurels. The minute they won La Liga, the minute they won Champions League, those medals were discarded. He will have ordered them to be discarded, and they've moved on literally the next day. Granted, a night of celebration, I'm sure, but after that, they would be fully focused on this season. And what bigger an occasion than El Classico in Las Vegas in front of this packed house, this vociferous crowd, Callum.
The stadium is
a crowd of over 65,000 we're told inside the gorgeous Allegiant Stadium. A raucous
The
roar
players are coming out.
to welcome the two teams.
Yeah. Let's see what the team is like for Real Madrid. Vinicius Hazard is starting and Rodrigo up front. Sergio Valverde, Chimeni, Camavinga, they are starting.
Both history and hysteria in
David Alaba,
itself
Rudiger,
inside the walls of Allegiant Stadium. A gargantuan crowd for a juggernaut football match. The eyes of the world fixated on Las Vegas, fixated on Real Madrid, Barcelona. Well, whether you're watching in London, Lisbon, Lahore, Liverpool, this is Las Vegas. Arguably the entertainment capital of the world and the perfect place for both to enthrall and compel. Handshakes aplenty and all eyes on Robert Lewandowski, the new Barcelona centre-forward, making his debut today.
Alaba having a big hug to Lewandowski and they've been teammates at Bayern. But I'm sure he's been there.
So then let's focus on Real Madrid then, Matt Lawrence. Your eyes focusing on both ends of the field today.
Yes, certainly for me, this could be the end of the line for Eden Hazard and his Real Madrid career. I feel he needs to offer us something. Of course, not just tonight. This is still a pre-season friendly. Whatever we think of this massive occasion, but we need to see something from him. He needs to stay fit and he needs to offer us what we saw at Chelsea. And talking about Chelsea, the other end of the field, I'm a defender by trade, all about Rudiger. What can he offer this Real Madrid backline? Can he offer stability alongside Militao?
So then, from a Barcelona perspective, Xavi, the head coach, is in attendance, we're told. 5 adjustments after that 6-0 thumping of Major League Soccer's Inter Miami. All eyes undoubtedly, though, Matt Lawrence, on Robert Lewandowski.
And why wouldn't they be? We've seen his face flash up on the big screen time and time again. He's met rapturous roars every time we see his face, but he's all about goals, isn't he? Just under $50 million they paid to Bayern Munich for this guy who's 33 years of age, nearly 34. He hasn't got many years left, but if he can carry this Barcelona side to La Liga glory and then to Champions League glory, it will be worth every penny, even if he only lasts.
He is more than familiar of. Over 500 appearances and 15 major honours as a Barcelona player. Now in charge of steering the ship. Carlo Ancelotti, of course, returning to Real Madrid after success elsewhere. The former Juventus, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern München man now again in charge of Real Madrid and delivered their 35th league title and their 14th Champions League triumph, arriving from Everton last season. Well, regardless of this being a so-called friendly, it's a fixture that lives right on the edge. In a place that often delivers sport right on the edge.
Let's go, we're ready.
A compelling and enthralling evening expected.
Hazard is in the center waiting for the whistle.
And so away we go. And we welcome you to the planet's ultimate club game. This modern-day juggernaut of a football match. The champions of Europe. The conquerors of Spain up against the most envious and immaculate of rivals. A classic of its time and quite beautifully, appropriately named El Classico. Welcome to one of the great thrills of our game. Welcome to Real Madrid. versus Barcelona.
We have the ball again.
An exhibition version of it, but Matt Lawrence, this will hardly be friendly here this evening.
No, it won't be at all. And look, my football snobbery is well and truly in check. This is a massive game here, massive sense of occasion, certainly for all of the fans here, and of course for the players on show here as well. Both sides have gone with really strong lineups, and already we see in the middle third of the park the challenges are going to go in. This isn't going to be a particularly friendly.
Exhibit A, Robert Lewandowski, with a rather spontaneous and aggressive introduction to El Classico. Real Madrid, of course, finishing above Barcelona in the standings in the La Liga table once again last year.
We're just going after
the champions of Europe after beating Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League final. He once again masterminded it. 13 points they finished ahead of second place Barcelona in the last campaign.
Here we go, come on.
Barcelona with no league title for the last 3 years since it stands. The La Liga trophy has found a home in Madrid, in between both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Barcelona in need of some fine-tuning. And Robert Lewandowski, the well-oiled Polish goal-scoring machine, here to answer their call. Here's Araujo. Barcelona look for an early advantage here. Ansu Fati. Ball comes across goal. Scrambled away by Rudiger. Back into the danger zone. Met in mid-flight by Militao. Fast and frantic start to El Clasico here in Las Vegas.
It is, and I think you make a really valid point, Callum, as well, about Barcelona and the fact that they've played second best to their biggest rivals, Real Madrid, for 3 years now. 2018-19 was the last time they won La Liga. And I think they want to put down a marker, and they want to put down a marker as early as possible. And that could start here in Las Vegas. Granted, no points are on show at all, but they've started fast, they've started frenetic, Barcelona here. And there's a reason that they've brought in the likes of Rafinha. There's a reason they've brought in Lewandowski, Frank Kessie, Andreas Christensen as well. It is to propel themselves and to get a foothold not only in La Liga but also Champions and be successful again to back where they believe.
Fati gets the ball on the left wing. He goes. Misplaced pass. Finishes. Finds. Real Madrid are struggling to string a few passes together.
Amongst the crowds, Camavinga again.
Alaba plays it to Vinicius. No. Christensen reads the pass to Vinicius.
Christensen coming across the cover.
Yeah, about the first we've seen of Andreas Christensen, the man who's come across from Chelsea, of course, on a free transfer. A great signing, Christensen. Really is very solid defensively.
Alaba waits in the line, plays the ball to Eden Hazard.
Will be more than happy to carry the ball out of it.
To get the ball back. Gavi wins it. Busquets plays it to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba tries for a pass behind the lines for Lewandowski, but the ball doesn't reach Lewandowski. It goes to Thibaut Courtois. Real Madrid have position again. A wayward pass from Real Madrid. Just again recirculates the ball to Christensen now. Eric Garcia brings the ball out. Looking for options. Plays it to Alba. Alba tries a speculative pass, but it was not a foul. Get up.
Absolutely concur, very lenient. Sometimes you like the game to flow, but also you don't really want to let everything go and just offer up the players on the field. If they think the referee's been lenient in pre-season, they're going to have a little nibble in the middle of the park, aren't they? They'll put the challenges in.
Rafinha makes a mess of his first touch.
Another new boy for Barcelona, Rafinha. He's arrived after 11 goals in 35 Premier League appearances for Leeds United under the American Jesse Marsch last season.
Yeah, and a poor Leeds United side as well, so to be scoring 11 goals in a side that just about escaped relegation. You know the guy's got talent, and he really did instigate this move between himself and Barcelona. There was no way in the world he was going to be allowed to stay at Leeds United. However much Leeds United coveted him, wanted him to stay, he was always going to be on the move.
Christensen gives the ball back to Mats. Mats reseparates the ball again to Garcia. Hold the ball, let's have the ball.
Lewandowski, the most high profile though, no doubt about it.
Pedri wins the ball back. Again, the ball goes to Testegen. Christensen brings it forward. I think Garcia is the only pass. Busquets gets it in the center of the field. He's looking for options. Lewandowski was making a good run, but two defenders were marking him. Of course, they're going to mark him.
There's Thibaut Courtois. Immaculate goalkeeper on his day.
Christensen gets the ball. Garcia gets it.
Alba
gets it to Testegen. Testegen gets it to Ronald Araujo on lines. Araujo doesn't have any options. Makes a mistake. Gives it to Chouameni.
Militao. Antonio Rudiger.
Intelligent pressing from Barcelona, blocking all options, forcing them to make some mistakes, but the ball goes. Oh, Fati gets it. Alaba makes a mistake. Fati should have played the ball first to Lewandowski and gotten the ball.
He certainly did get himself tangled up, Ansu Fati there, but also you have to credit Lucas Vazquez for getting himself back into position. He had just vacated that right back berth initially, but got himself back in position. And talking about fullbacks, it looks as though Antonio Rudiger is playing as a left back at the moment. Certainly surprising to us, but I don't think it's just that's where he's positioned now. I think that's where he has been for the first few minutes of the game.
Christensen
and
and
I think that's his position for the first
Real
45
Madrid
minutes.
half.
Certainly,
So that is the dominance that they're showing on the ball.
Signed him to play as a left back, Callum.
Talking of left backs, Alaba into Fati.
Nice, Pedri
With a delightful ball to the
opens
far
the
side.
opens the other wing. Rafinha plays it to Busquets. Sorry, Araujo to Busquets to Christensen. Garcia plays it back again to Rafinha. He's going to go against Alaba. He has
Rafinha, twinkle-toed. Busquets.
Gavi
Gavi.
gives it back to Ronald Araujo.
Barcelona happy to retreat for the time being.
Okay, we're being patient. We're building the game. It's not just frenetic. Fati is having some bad touches, but it's okay.
Here's Rafinha.
Gavi plays it to Rafinha again. Rafinha is going to terrorize Alaba, I think, today.
This time,
But Alaba shows his experience. He
Antonio Rudiger doing
lets
just enough to
Rafinha
Rafinha.
know that it's not going to be easy on that side.
Defending is certainly going to be tested here, and you see it. The quick feet, the trickery
Oh, it's
of
Rudiger.
Rafinha. But Rudiger stood up big and strong, and he watched the ball. He wasn't watching the hip movements. He wasn't watching the body sways of Rafinha. Watched the ball and defended really well there, Rudiger.
Madrid finds something
Don't
here.
go for the ball, go for the next man.
Delightful ball in towards
Christensen again. Nice,
defended by Garcia to Stegen.
nice recirculation. We're able to get the ball out nicely.
Cleverly done by Roberts and Lewandowski.
Robert brings it out.
Barcelona pressing forward here. Lewandowski.
Ooh, Lewandowski tries for a
First
shot.
test of the Belgian goalkeeper this
Test
evening.
Thibaut Courtois. We have a mission. Fuck you, Real Madrid.
And this is what the crowd came to see. That man there with a
So
ball in his
it
feet,
gives me glimpses of
Lewandowski.
what Suarez used to
But
do.
credit the defence of Real Madrid because they congregate around the German, or the Pole, Lewandowski. And as he strikes towards that near post, Ter Stegen gets down very well to his left-hand side. Too wide though, too tight an angle really for Lewandowski to trouble Ter Stegen.
Cleverly done.
Ah, nice idea.
The best efforts of Robert Lewandowski.
Nice idea with Lewandowski. But the ball is back again with Real Madrid. Let's see, Real Madrid are not as porous as they were in the 4-0 defeat, but Barcelona are knocking on the door. I think we are going to score some goals today.
Have some work to do to give a clean sheet here tonight. Lewandowski put away by Alaba. Rodrigo.
Nice fix from Rodriguez. That makes Busquets and gets the ball to Vinicius Junior.
Can they find something here? Rodrigo.
Vasquez has the ball, but they're only playing sideways passes. There is no vertical penetration so far. It's offside. Offside.
Vinicius Junior creating half a yard.
Vinicius is not being given any space at all.
Took a deflection and scrambled away by Alaba.
Okay, first real chance for Real Madrid. We still need some quality on the
left-hand side. As I say, this is not why Real Madrid
Araujo is really putting the press on Vinicius. He's not allowing him to play, so they're using other runners to go behind Araujo because he's marking Vinicius. This is a good strategy that Classico has picked out. Easy ball from Mark. Alba wins the ball again. Plays it to Pedri to Christensen. Christensen tries to bring the ball out, but there is one being Garcia.
Spanish international. Who's left Barcelona in 2017 for Manchester City, but then returned in 2021. Just 21 years of age.
He gets the ball in the middle of the field.
In case you're wondering, the buyout clause is just the 400 million euros. Rudiger making the challenge necessary. Alaba getting the better of his form.
Fucking animal Rudiger. He booted Lewandowski.
Here's Rafinha. Gavi. And Garcia once again.
Oh, well, why away the pass?
Displays the right arm in apologetic fashion. Rather than a clash between two former FC Bayern players here.
Oh, we gave Alaba.
Alaba certainly with a raised foot there. Lewandowski just at the last minute just ducked his head. Took a little bit of a nick on the shoulder, but he'll be all right, Lewandowski. Here he is again, Callum as well. Rudiger, you see him playing as a fullback, taking the throw-ins, completely old school, old-fashioned route. Fullback right now, Rudiger. Very surprising, I think, to see him in that position. But he is. He's
Rudiger is playing in the left back position. I don't know why. Alaba has played at left back.
Honours not quite even. Honours really have gone to Rudiger.
He's had admirers in Madrid for many a year, the 29-year-old. Joined in June after 5 seasons at Chelsea. Ironically, his last Chelsea goal came against Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals.
Towering header from
Also his best
Araujo.
season at Chelsea was his last season.
He's not going to let Vinicius have an easy game
for
today.
me, you quite often see that, whether it's in
He's
football,
aggressive,
whether
he
it's in
goes for the
NBA,
ball.
NFL players coming to the
He
end of their
just
contracts.
is physically
They seem
dominating.
to find that extra 1 or 2% to show to potential
It's going to be
suitors
1 or
what they
2
can do.
wins that he's going to get
To find
against
the extra
Araujo.
1 or 2 bodies this season, hasn't he, Carlo Ancelotti?
Let's see.
Very, very busy, and once again,
Garcia gets the ball
a
now.
whole host of money spent by Real Madrid to keep
Rafinha gets
themselves
the ball now.
where many believe they belong, towards the top end of European football. Busquets. Forward at the second time of asking, repelled by Alba. Camavinga turning into trouble, able to wiggle away, never so delightfully. Rodrigo. Camavinga taken down. Referee immediately recognising
Gavi showing his aggressiveness.
Great ball retention there from Real Madrid, and just that willingness to take the ball in tight spaces there from Camavinga. Got his body in between himself, went between the Barcelona player and the ball. First touch was spot on as well, just invited the challenge on and then went over. No surprise really that both sets of players willing to take the ball in tight spaces. The best of the best right here.
Rodrigo going a little short, Courtois liking. Vinicius Junior taken down by another evasive challenge from Ronald Araujo. Uruguayan pleading his case. Here come Barcelona again.
Ah, Lewandowski! You should have played it clean.
As well as Vasquez came under pressure. Camavinga. Barcelona defend another spring, and the counter press here from Real Madrid. Rudiger just away from the grasp of Hazard. And the effort towards goal.
Ooh! Federico hits the crossbar. It was a vicious shot. It was a really vicious shot.
Coming within a whisker back.
What a strike this is! It's a terrific ball. Gets the ball out of his feet.
It was just a... There was no technique or, you know, he's not looking to curl the ball in or anything. It's just pure brute force. This is not a bad thing. Valverde is a good player. I like him, but he's in fucking Real Madrid.
So 18 minutes to pass, Matt Lawrence. Thoughts, observations?
I quite like pre-season friendlies, Callum. I'm all for them. It's such. Not only is it a spectacle, but to see these players here as well, maybe not playing quite at full tilt. It's the first friendly for Real Madrid, and let's be honest, Barcelona weren't exactly tested against Inter Miami either. But this is being played at 90–95%, and it's fun and it's exciting.
Ansu Fati to Jordi Alba.
Nice ball, Pedro. He finds space. It's such a tight space again. He gets the ball back to Barcelona, although it is a backward pass, but
Christensen, of course, brought
it's
into a
important
back
to
line
hold
and
the ball.
conceded 38 goals in 38 La Liga games last year. Busquets.
Ooh, he tries to get the ball to Fati, but just didn't go through.
Miscue from Vasquez. And now Camavinga. Awkward touch from him. Fati!
Ooh, Fati! Oh, mistake by Lucas Vasquez. Should have been converted. Oh. If he had gotten the first touch on his right foot, it's a definite goal. Camavinga makes a mistake. More than him making a mistake, it was actually a forced mistake.
He goes with his left foot, and the inside of his left foot, it's always curling away from goal.
Just this goes away from the post.
Or the outside of the left foot to keep it on target. It's a poor effort from Fati, as it was from Camavinga.
Now then, at the other end of the field, here come Real Madrid. Rodrigo.
Good defensive organization now.
Rudiger.
Rafinha is back defending.
Can they find a way through on this occasion?
Araujo gets.
If Araujo on the far side has anything to do with it. Superb piece of defending from the Uruguayan.
It really was. Defence is on
He's
top right
frustrating
now.
Vinicius Junior.
And one-on-one
He's not able
defending
to
has
go
been
past
quite glorious
Araujo.
so far. We've seen Rudiger on Rafinha, and there we see Araujo as well.
Let's go, let's go.
Quite fantastic defending, not willing to watch the body swerves, the hips move. It's all about focusing on the ball, keeping that low centre of gravity as well. And Araujo, he loved it, and then he fired the ball against the hoardings as well. Don't get kidded on that this is just a pre-season friendly. This means the world to some of these players.
Gavi again. He's just a 17-year-old kid. He's playing like a veteran on the field. Similar is the case with Pedri. Like oh my.
Shagan forced a long way out. Calmly clipping into the channel.
Well, as is the want of the modern-day goalkeeper, both Courtois and Ter Stegen. So calm under pressure and with the ball on their feet. Both have great starting positions.
Pedri tries to get into the pocket to
constantly
get the
25 yards, 30 yards out of his goal. Always on his toes, always expecting a quick counter from the opposition.
Busquets.
Favorite pass from Rafinha.
Into Eden Hazard, who is tricked by the trailing leg of Rafinha.
Well, it's not quite his position, is it? Eden Hazard, he's dropping deeper and deeper. He doesn't really want to be playing as that archetypal number 9. Yes, wearing the 7 shirt, but playing as a centre forward here. And as the game has progressed, Callum, he's been dropping deeper and deeper, and there we saw him being fouled in the centre circle. That's how deep he's dropping.
Well, our coverage of the Soccer Champions Tour 2022 continues on Tuesday when FC Barcelona
One thing that Barcelona are doing is that they're allowing the ball to be played to Lucas Vázquez and then starting to press, which means that the play is predictable and they only have one chance, one option to play it over the defense, which means that they're able to win the balls quickly. Rather than going in a frenzy with pressing, it's forced. It's making them. It's making Real Madrid make mistakes. That's what they're doing. It's good. It's good. I like it. Lewandowski gets the ball.
Caught in the crowd. Courtois thumping away.
And it's intriguing, Callum, to see any time the ball goes near Lewandowski. The white shirts swarm around him, not just defenders, but the holding midfielders as well, whether it be Tchouaméni, whether it be Camavinga. They're getting around him. They're not allowing him too much time on the ball.
Nice. Point Max. Gavi gets the ball. Gives it to Rafinha, makes space.
Combining with Rafinha.
Ball goes out for the throw-in for Barcelona.
So Rafinha will leave the throw now for Araujo. Team Barcelona B in 2018 from Boston River in Uruguay. Last goal for Barcelona actually came in a 4-0 victory over Real Madrid back in March.
There's no option for Araujo. Someone get the
La
ball.
Liga season for Real Madrid.
Lewandowski gets the ball on the touchline. Wins a corner. What? Why is that a foul?
But Lewandowski continuing to show
it's a corner.
his new teammates what they have to aim for. And they'll be delighted to know the next competitive meeting between these two sides will actually be the 250th iteration. I think there's a sense of occasion today.
For Barcelona.
Now defending to do for Real Madrid as Rafinha stands over, and a myriad of maybes for Barcelona.
Just away from Lewandowski.
Who run themselves a throw on the far side. Carlo Ancelotti replaced Zinedine Zidane in June. 11 major honours to his name. Won league titles in 5 different countries and the Champions League 5 times.
Gavi gets the ball, gives it to Christensen. Here we go. Lucy gets the ball, gives it to Garcia. Alba is free. Oh, very good pass there. Got the ball back.
Delightfully driven ball only into the path of Rudiger though. Camavinga. Here's Rudiger again. And Real Madrid look to interrogate Barcelona. It's Rudiger! And
Useless shot from Rudiger.
Well, he may predominantly play as a centre-half, Antonio Rudiger. But look at this. The overlapping fullback picks the ball up from Camavinga just inside his own half. And with nobody closing him down, he decides to have an effort at goal. Should never be able to get within 22, 23 yards of the goal without being closed down. It's an unopposed strike. He has to do better there, Rudiger.
Stegen forced into a clearance. Aurelian Tchouameni forced into the pass out wide.
Nice, nice.
Yes, amongst the forest of Barcelona players pressing.
Yes.
Militao a little uncomfortable.
Gives the ball to Lachlan. What a fucking goal! Outside the box. Beats Courtois. Welcome. It all comes down to the press. They didn't allow Madrid any chance on the ball and forced them to make a mistake. The ball was played on towards the middle, and Rafinha gets the ball, gets his first touch. Nice first touch, sets it up, and oh fucking hell! What a goal that was! Exquisite finish.
Goalkeeper in the world, Courtois, can do about that. And boy, is Rafinha happy with that.
What the
Leeds
goal!
United fans know what he can do, and now Barcelona fans know what he can do.
I was talking about this yesterday. Unfortunately, my microphone was not working, but this is what I was talking about. He has that ability to find the net, which is different from what Dembele brings us. Nice defending by Barcelona.
Barcelona leading by 1-0. Rafinha's second goal in as many pre-season games.
Alba is experienced, you bitch. What are you trying to do?
The question will now be what sort of a response do Real Madrid have up their sleeve? How will Edgar Militao be thinking? What will he be thinking after giving away the ball so cheaply and so poorly?
Well, he'll definitely be thinking.
Militao is the weak link there because he's extremely uncomfortable playing out from the back.
Professional footballer should be two-footed,
so,
but he got it all wrong. And Rafinha just said thank you very
then we
much.
need to overload the right side of Madrid's defense, which means the left channel for Barcelona. I think they are weak on that side. Rudiger and Alaba are solid. Nice, neat. Pedri tries to play to Rafinha, but Rudiger takes the ball. But again, the pass is not hit clearly.
Two centre-backs for Barcelona, Christensen and Garcia, playing together for the first time. What have we made of them? What does your centre-half expertise think?
Well, I think they're very thankful that
Gavi
they're
gets
playing
the
up
ball
against
in pocket.
Eden Hazard and not against Karim Benzema.
Gavi gets a corner
They haven't been
for
tested.
Barcelona.
They haven't been tried, they haven't been tested. Hazard's never going to run in behind them. As we all know, Eden Hazard in the summer shouldn't really be wearing white. It's going to be another couple of months till he's at his peak fitness, that's for sure. And Garcia and Christensen are quite happy to deal with him right now.
Rafinha's ball in.
Ooh, just over Araujo's head.
Barcelona happy to
Pedri
retreat.
gives it back to
Yeah, look, first and foremost,
Max.
Christensen and Garcia know that Eden Hazard's not going to run away from them. They don't always have to get tight. He hasn't got electric pace at the best of times. Right now, certainly, he's not in peak physical condition.
Ooh, nice idea from Alba. He plays the ball over the
This
defense.
is what you want as a
Close to
centre-half
fatigue,
pairing,
but
Garcia and Christensen. You're getting to know each
Good
other.
work against the
You're getting
ball.
to know the
Madrid in
flaws, the
position now.
limitations in each other's games, and of course you're getting to know what the best of attributes are of each other. It takes a while.
Nice press
It
towards
takes
the
time for
right hand side
those
of Madrid's defense.
relationships
Come
to
on, let's
grow,
go, let's go.
but they're starting to
Let
grow
him make
here,
a
that's for
mistake again.
sure.
Gives the ball back. Nice. The targeting Militao.
Busquets.
Alba gets it.
Jordi Alba. Tyson ball. Thumped away by Militao.
Fati does a
Taking
glancing
no
header.
chances this time. Rodrigo taken down and a free kick to Real Madrid.
Fati's idea was good. He was trying for a glancing header towards Lewandowski, but
Rodrigo.
Alaba and Rudiger were
Santos
marking
winger. Vasquez
any movement of Lewandowski.
gets the half a yard he needs. Nudged away by the head of Araujo. He picks up the ball again here, the Uruguayan. And fancies himself up against Rudiger.
Oh!
Araujo. And still Araujo.
Araujo does well, but I don't want him to be spending so much energy there.
Rafinha.
Because...
Rafinha, Lewandowski!
Oh, Lewandowski! Nice defending by Alaba. It was free on goal. Debut goal would have been nice.
They are all at
He's
sea right
there.
now, Real
He's there.
Madrid. It's all Barcelona. The ball is fizzed into the penalty area, and that's exactly what Lewandowski wants. He pulls off the defence, but let's credit Alaba. Terrific block.
What a nice peeling away from the defense. He finds himself in space.
By the head of Rudiger. Jordi Alba. Playing with Rafinha. Real Madrid's desperate to find a way out. So they can't at the
Rafinha,
moment.
dog and determination again.
And Barcelona happy
Gavi wins the ball.
to find comfort in
We
the centre
have
half. Garcia.
resettled possession
Now
again.
Araujo.
Araujo gives it to Christensen. Christensen gives it to Max.
Well, it's goals that Barcelona have needed, particularly over the course of the last 12 months. 68 scored last year, the losest number since the 2003-04 season.
Gavi gets it in the pocket.
Second behind
Had a
Valencia
bad touch.
under Frank
Too many
Rijkaard.
needs it from him.
It's also the year that we were treated to the introduction of Ronaldinho from Paris Saint-Germain. They've suddenly addressed the goal-scoring issues. Rafinha with the goal here this evening, and Robert Lewandowski has shown he is still more than capable.
Yeah, they've spent big money. They've gone big. They may be 10 figures in debt, may Barcelona, but they've had a go here, haven't they, this summer? And they may be players added on top of this.
Now then, Robert Lewandowski.
Oh, Lewandowski tries a shot. He could have played it to Rafinha, but he's trying to get his confidence. Of course, let him try, It's a friendly, we are 1-0 up.
Lewandowski
That's
has
okay.
up his sleeve.
Yeah, and you may know every trick, but sometimes it's hard to stop. We all used to know how Ian Robben would cut in from the right-hand side.
Oh, it's pressure. Why? It's not a yellow card. It's a defender's challenge. I mean, just because Vinicius is coming and asking you, you're going to give a yellow card? No, it's not a yellow card.
And this is Christensen on Hazard. A comfortable decision and an easy decision for the referee to make, right under his nose as well. Yellow card to Christensen.
It was a clear decision for a foul. I don't think there's so much
with positivity, with good play. But that was good refereeing there. Good positional play as well.
Militao forward for Valverde.
Easy ball for Max.
Gathered by Ter Stegen. The number one for Barcelona for many a year now, of course. Joined all the way back in 2014 from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Here's Ansu Fati.
Fati, oh, nice.
Well
Wins the corner for Barcelona.
Fantastic defending from Vasquez here. Fati absolutely skipped by Militao. But Vasquez stayed strong, went shoulder to shoulder. Didn't just dangle a leg to be
Fati is showing some signs of maturity. He's winning the balls. He's playing what needs to be done to win the match.
Away by Militao. Lewandowski got a hold of it. Last touch indeed did ricochet off of the new Barcelona centre forward and behind for a Real Madrid goal kick.
He's going to be shooting from anywhere, isn't he, Lewandowski? Desperate for a goal here against rivals Real Madrid. He's had one effort from a really tight angle that was well saved by Courtois. This time a little double ricochet, but slightly unfortunate there, Lewandowski.
Nice defending.
And Lawrence, what have been the observations of the two young central midfielders for Barcelona, Pedri and Gavi? Pedri 19, Gavi 17.
Haven't seen masses of them. They've been trying to play the ball out wide. Barcelona's seen a lot more of Ansu Fati and Rafinha, of course. But they've held their positions well, and of course well marshalled by Busquets. The ages of the two youngsters just about the same as Busquets. 36 for the two youngsters, Gavi and Pedri. 34, of course, for Busquets. He will be talking to them the whole way through, and they've done well. They've held their positions, but we haven't seen the trickery and the true genius of the two youngsters
Nice.
yet. And I don't think we've had to.
Pressing.
I think Barcelona have been very dominant so far
Making
inside
Real
this
Madrid
opening
make
36 and a half
mistakes.
minutes without truly extending themselves.
One thing that has been observed is that a lot of balls are not going through the middle.
Well.
The wings are being used
Xavi watching on.
significantly. I hope there is some play through the middle.
When it's
Pedri is
Xavi
free,
here
Pedri
as
should
well,
be given
after
the
not
ball.
being
Why?
let into the country. I know there's certainly a few immigration issues, but wonderful to see him here in Las Vegas.
Gavi is going against.
Well,
There we go.
unsurprisingly, one or two choice words between a Real Madrid and Barcelona player. I'd imagine that's the last time we'll say that particular sentence this evening.
Well, certainly not while Real Madrid are getting outplayed as well, not just in terms of the
Maybe it's just
scoreline.
half the
Obviously,
size of
1-0 to
Rudiger and goes
Barcelona, but
against
you look
him.
down at possession stats, 56%
That's the thing that I
at
love
least
about this game. It's
to
just aggressive.
Barcelona. 6
It brings
shots,
a
2 on
different
target,
dimension
not a
to
single shot on
Barcelona's,
target for Real Madrid so far.
You know, temperament as a whole.
There's Camavinga. Lifted beautifully into the path of
The
Vinicius
first
Junior.
time Vinicius
Real
gets
opening here. Really good.
nice defending by
And
Christensen.
Barcelona live to fight another day. Stupendous piece of defending from Christensen, who
It was a lucky
stood his
break
ground
for
impeccably.
Vinicius.
Absolutely, that
It
stood his
bounced off
ground,
of
didn't sell
Alba.
himself. Focused fully on the ball. Araujo may have got absolutely done the right back. Yes, a little bit fortuitous, but Christensen comes across, covers behind his fullback, as any good right-sided centre-half should do. And stood strong, made that block as well. Still no shots on target. Part of that is down to the good defending from Barcelona. Part of it down to the lack of quality from Real
What
Madrid.
the
Talking
hell?
about lacks of quality, you don't
Why
very
is that a
often see
foul?
foul throws between teams of such ilk, such wonderful talent as this. Araujo with a foul throw.
Here's Courtois. Aurelian Tchouameni into the path of Militao. Won't be enthused to find himself with the ball on the edge of his own penalty area again. I'm
Get
sure.
the fuck up.
Another robust challenge from Busquets on Camavinga.
Yeah, they're really pushing high, aren't they, Barcelona? They're not giving a moment.
It's not a free kick. It's not a fucking free kick.
Or Alba, when they're in possession,
Oh
they're
my
closing them
God.
down right up to the
Yeah,
top of
it's
the
not a free kick.
penalty
Yeah,
area.
it's a throw.
Intervention needed again. Here's Rafinha, the Barcelona goal scorer, for those of you joining us late. Now to Stegen. Clipped beautifully into the path of Jordi Alba. Ansu Fati.
Nice
Pass
ball.
inside. Here's Gavi. Now Rafinha to the back post.
Ah, nice idea.
Gathered and watched by Thibaut Courtois. Robert
Fadi, you can't be
Lewandowski
angry at that.
showed a particular interest.
If the ball was played to you, you had 3 defenders. It's
Rodrigo
just not possible to play that ball. I mean,
and Azar. Can he have a moment in the game? Vinicius Junior still unable to find a way through.
Araujo shows his strength.
Rather abrasive piece of defending from Araujo. Robert Lewandowski now forward, and it's less forward in towards the path of Ansu Fati, who is flagged offside.
Nice idea.
On this particular occasion.
Araujo doesn't give up. He's not going to lose his confidence with just one.
Look, we've just seen two contrasting moments from Araujo. A brute of a defender 1 second, and then a wonderful crossfield ball the next.
Vinicius Junior lays it across goal. Valverde and wide. From one end of the field to the other for Real Madrid.
And he rattled the woodwork with a strike, Valverde, earlier in the game. This time, a slightly more difficult effort.
Christensen is finding himself in good places. He's not allowing those easier passes to be played.
The top far corner of Ter Stegen's goal. Really difficult skill from Valverde.
Real Madrid will carry on. Here's Camavinga. Valverde turning into trouble. Rodrigo. And still Rodrigo.
Nice read by Max. A little bit of pressure from Madrid,
the anticipation here. The safe pair of hands from Ter Stegen at the near post. Rodrigo tries to whip the ball across the face of the 6-yard box.
Smothers the ball. Then it's coming at pace on the wing. Nice idea.
Lovely lofted ball forward. Perhaps an opening here for Pedri. Stopped in his tracks for the time being.
Oh, nice nutmeg.
Pedri having a bit of fun in the midfield as well. Now Real Madrid manoeuvre forwards. Here they come. Rodrigo taken down, and a free kick and a yellow card brandished.
How the fuck was Pedri not given the free kick earlier?
Inside Allegiant Stadium. And a little bit of afters between the two sets of players.
And here we go. El Classico. We have it on our hands right here.
First.
If you think pre-season friendlies are meaningless, just look at this here.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Rudiger? Fuck you.
And I'm not getting in between Araujo and Rudiger either, that is for certain. Two brutes of defenders. Tall, muscular, physical, and that will to win, that drive to win, the pure desire that
Here
has
we
made
go.
them what they are today.
That is
right
Classico.
Vinicius Junior. A phase one challenge, but then is absolutely scythed down. It's a poor challenge on Vinicius Junior, but it was always coming. And then the afters in the background as well. Busquets getting fully involved. Eden Hazard just grabbing hold of him. But then it escalates, Callum.
Well, one would assume that Rodrigo would be able to shake it off. Confirmation of that yellow card for Jordi Alba.
What the fuck you doing? You're the reason for the fight, you fucker.
Well, what this does, Matt Lawrence, is it presents
I'll start talking
an
about
opportunity
it
from the
later.
set piece for Real Madrid. 25 yards from goal. And Xavi makes his way to the edge of his technical area with a rather concerned look. And Militao limping away from the situation.
Well, the referee's just about got the situation under control now. Little flourish of the yellow card, but they're coming together. Eden Hazard obviously playing very much the peacemaker. The second slowly ticking away here at the end of the first half. But it looks like Alaba fancies this one.
So will it be? It'll be the left foot.
Useless shot.
Ends high and behind from Alaba. So then, Matt Lawrence, observations on the opening 45 here in Las Vegas.
Well, I've been thoroughly entertained, that's for certain. As of right now, Barcelona very much the better team. They're pushing high up the field, really pressurising Real Madrid. Yes, Real Madrid have come into the game in the last few minutes, but you have to credit the defensive stability of Barcelona, but also the quality in the attack. The likes of Ansu Fati and Rafinha have been absolutely majestic so far.
First half is over. What a first half it has been.
Half-time whistle. Unsurprisingly, a classic in El Classico.
Rafinha's goal is the difference.
We have been enthralled. In the opening 45 minutes, a single solitary spectacular goal from that man, Rafinha. The difference on the nights so many have waited for here in Las Vegas. At the break, Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1, El Clasico tilt in favour of Barcelona for now.
Domino's online carryout deal now includes our delicious oven-baked dips and twist combos for $7.99.
What a first half. We have been dominant on the wings. We've been really good on the wings. I would have liked to see some more play in the middle, through the middle, but we're playing passes nicely. Lewandowski was trying to prove himself. I think he'll be given chance till I think 60 minutes until Aubameyang comes. But just like I was trying to tell yesterday, maybe we should start experimenting with the 4-4-2 by playing Lewandowski and Aubameyang up front with Dembele or Rafinha and Ferran Torres or Ansu on the left hand side. I would prefer Ferran because the reason why I was talking about 4-4-2 was that when we are struggling to find space and score goals, that overload through the middle might be helpful, and Ferran is good at making those runs in behind. So he'll be an additional threat in addition to Lewandowski and Aubameyang up front, which means that Ferran can get the ball in behind, play the cross to one of these incredible finishers. So that was the idea that I had, where Rafinha or Dembele are able to make those passes. I mean, they're good playmakers also, unlike Ferran. They are good playmakers also. So that is a way to, overload one side of the defense and get us in the groove of, scoring if in case we are finding it difficult. And it is a good way to test it this preseason. Of course, it's against Real Madrid, although it is a friendly. It's not a friendly. I mean, we saw a fight break out between Barca and Real Madrid towards the closing stages of the first half. But overall, I think it was a good display from Barcelona, and I think Real Madrid were also good considering that this is their first game. They still have that ability to play those passes. Maybe let me see if I can pull up the highlights of Arsenal Chelsea. Okay, here we go.
But a friend.
Let me share that screen. Okay, I'm making my screen smaller. I'll bring it back up when we start the Classico.
Here tonight, right?
It's what's the competitive juices?
Thanks for joining us wherever you happen to be.
Okay, it was Reece James, Emerson, Chalobah, Silva. Oh, they've got Conor Gallagher. Oh, was playing well at I think Crystal Palace last season. Mount, Jorginho, Havertz on the starting up front. Sterling. Okay, Sterling's there.
Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler, with the best seat in the house, no doubt.
I'm pinching myself. This is great.
And we're off. It's game on. Down the line. A cheer. Chelsea on that counter. With central midfielder. With the left foot. Gets it through the initialing. In the open field. Tries to slip it through. Flag stays down. Werner deflected out for a corner.
Good one. You see, that's what they're looking for out of Raheem Sterling all season long. Get him running at the defense.
Saka has some space. Will go near side. Save made by Mendy. Wow.
And that's the danger, Jeff. You saw them take the short corner. But when you take the short corner, you don't get it in the box. Jeff, he's very versatile, and that's what Mikel Arteta, what do we got here?
How about the direct ball to Werner? He will hold it up. Brings it down with the left, just outside the 18. Feeds it forward, off of Odegaard, and will be in behind for a goal kick.
So far, probably, I would say, Arsenal getting the better end of the match so far, at least in terms of trying to.
Switches all the way across. Sunchek taken away. He's onside. Chips the keeper. He scores! First goal for Gabriel Jesus, and it is 1-0 Arsenal. What touch!
Chelsea just being put under immense pressure from the get-go. You sense that this goal was coming. Gabriel Jesus. Some people standing, but their arms are folded. They're not happy.
Send that one on one with Emerson. Bit of a push, free kick. And a dangerous spot here for Arsenal. They lead 1-0. Emerson knows it.
Well, if you're
It will be Odegaard. Just over the top. Did not miss by much.
well, Mendy,
He did tip it. Yeah.
little touch. Had to cover. He definitely had it covered.
Watch how close this was. Good ball. Mount in front. Werner. The penalty spot coming if he opts to take it. Will slip it through. You do not see this building full like that very often. More now. And will lay it back, and stretching for it was Mendy like Plastic Man.
Martinelli doing so well. Bringing
Again, Martinelli circles around, slips it through. What a ball!
Nice.
He shoots, he scores!
Arsenal.
Odegaard makes it 2-0. Sneaky.
just that easy. Too easy. As we get a look at that ball movement and a lovely finish. The movement off the ball, sublime. A chance.
Getting a head on it. James in front. Oh, best chance of the night for Chelsea. Sterling was in on the box.
Well, you asked what they could do. Create a real...
And that one had him scrambling. Ramsdale back to his feet. And Chelsea cannot capitalize.
that deflection.
One-on-one with Emerson. The run-up, the shot, just over the bar, fizzes just high.
Mendy. Athletic as they come, had that covered, but
Ben White almost had it right.
great.
Leaving it back. Mount off the post. Missed it by a coat of paint.
Did Chelsea ever need that to go in? What a time that would have been to score.
It's Arsenal leading the way with and Broadley whistles the restart. And it is game on once more in Orlando. Chelsea attacking the goal to our right. Havertz turning. That's Mount with another shot. Back to his left foot. Azpilicueta. Service to the six. How about Sarr? Giving it a go. Protect yourself if you're in that support right now. Keep your... Here's Mount. Send it to the back stick. From distance. To his right. Oh, looking to tee it up. Odegaard, not the... Oh, wide open. Martinelli parried away. Oh, second bite at the apple. It works.
Nice ball.
Saka. Can't give him that many cracks at it. Comes back to James. Queuing up along the 6. A redirect header does not go. Ziyech curls one in. Oh, what a chance.
Well done, Ben White, because Alonso was lurking at the far post. Ziyech.
Foul. Boy, the folks in red have had a lot to cheer about tonight. Of these free kicks in this match, he'll do it again. To the back stick, headed up. Oh, joined 63,811 in this building.
Well, I'll tell you, it's his test.
It has been a tunnel of sound. Oh, wide open. The ball served to the far post. Headed on and in. Zambi Lakonga with the nail. 4-0 Arsenal at the death. The piece de resistance.
And just for good measure, take that.
Remember,
Nice.
he's onside. Chips the keeper. He scores.
I can't show this. So I'll bring my camera back up. Okay. Let's see if the match has begun. No? Okay. Who do I think should come in the second half? Maybe give Frankie the second half. Bring out Gabby. Let's not tire him out. Probably I think Araujo should stay. The momentum should not be broken. I think Vinicius is not really very confident with Araujo on the side. I think we should just maintain that status. But in the defense, I don't know, maybe give the team time till 60 minutes and then we can decide who else comes in. Probably. I think at 45 Gabby should still be taken out. Although he's providing us a lot of good quality in the midfield and aggressiveness. I think for the long term, just to ensure that he's not driven to the ground. I mean, we have options now. We don't have to, just like what we did to Pedri in the last season, we don't have to just run these youngsters to the ground. I think we should take advantage of the depth that we have. And maybe Kessie could be brought on. I think that would be a good addition also. And maybe later on, Frankie can come in for Pedri at 60 minutes or something. And if we go 2-0 up, I think Nico should be given the chance to play as the pivot. We should see how he plays in a high pressure game like this. And that is the time to take the risk. Yeah, I think that is what needs to be done, and maybe take Alba off if we are 2-0 up and bring in Balde, give him a chance to showcase his ability. And Lewandowski could be taken off at 60 minutes, even if he doesn't score a goal, that's okay. I think Aubameyang should be shown that he is also valued. Instead of Ferran, I'll bring in Memphis. I'll still give it time for Ferran to heal up. And Dembele should be given the chance, and Rafinha should be taken out at 60. Let's see what Xabi thinks. How long is the break? Let's see what these guys are talking about. Haaland gets to again, these guys are all, I hope if Lewandowski also scores a goal, it's going to be good. Erling Haaland, on his debut for Manchester City, scores against Bayern Munich. I mean, he knows it's familiar territory for him to score against Bayern, having been at City. There was a thunderstorm apparently there before the match. This is apparently Man City's first win over Bayern. Okay, the players are coming onto the pitch now.
The point to prove for Barcelona. Let's not forget, you mentioned it in the first half commentary. This Barcelona side has not
Ferran has not been
2018-19.
brought in.
They've very much been playing second fiddle to Real Madrid, and they don't want to do
Rafinha
that
and
again this season.
Dembele are on the pitch.
There's a reason that President
Ansu been
Laporta
taken
has
off?
spent so much money, even though they're so massively in debt.
Lewandowski has been taken off. Aubameyang has come in.
They brought in
The second
Rafinha.
half.
They brought in some real quality players from Kessie. These are players that are going to be on show today. We saw Lewandowski. We're not sure we're going to see him in the second half. We think we possibly may see from Kessie as well. It will be intriguing to see these players. Going back to the first half, though, I wasn't quite unhappy with the way Real Madrid played, but I think without a focal point, I think without a true sense of forward, they lost a little bit of momentum every time they went forward. Eden Hazard made it blatantly apparent that he doesn't really want to be playing as a centre forward. Didn't quite throw his toys out the pram, but he kept dropping
Kessie is
deeper
on,
and deeper
Frenkie
and
is
deeper
on,
and ended up
Balde
putting
is
the
on.
ball really in the middle third of the field. That's not where we want him.
Aubameyang is also
Well, we knew
there.
there were going to be changes. 5 of them, in fact, for Barcelona. Matt, what are your thoughts on these adjustments for Xabi's side?
Well, certainly, you know that in a pre-season friendly, not everybody's going to play 90 minutes. You know that. For me, it's a shame not to see more of
Modric has
Lewandowski.
come in.
I think Lewandowski probably
give more
would have
stability
wanted
to
to play a
centre.
little bit more as well, because during half-time, poor old Lewandowski, just so everybody knows, Lewandowski played a full 45 minutes at full tilt. To see how Aubameyang comes in and plays, we know that Aubameyang is a true out-and-out goal scorer, maybe not of the class of Lewandowski, but we'll be seeing a lot more of him. I want to see from Kessie as well. We know dominates the middle of midfield, or did, with AC Milan. Won the league title, of course, Serie A, with AC Milan, and has now joined Barcelona. So be very interested to see how he is playing alongside Pedri.
Nice, Kessie has been brought on for Xabi.
Well.
Oh, Frenkie is playing centre back again. Why? Christensen has been
6
taken off.
adjustments at half-time. Nacho, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Marco Asensio, Casemiro, and Ferland
nice.
Mendy. The
Nice
players
strength weight
coming
this
in
year.
for Carlo Ancelotti's side.
Casemiro's on.
The expected half-time changes. And what
Oh,
an occasion
Barcelona
to
have
make your
gone
mark now, Matt
down
Lawrence, in the
while
second half.
Madrid have upgraded now.
Yeah, it is. And look, you've got the the talented midfield now of Toni Kroos, of Modric. They're going to want to get on the ball and they're going to want to dictate the tempo of this second half. They will be treating it, the likes of Modric and Kroos, they will be treating it as 0-0, 0-0 at half-time. This will be all about the second half for them, and can they win the second half of this game?
Real Madrid will have some defensive work to do here. Dembele with the first touch. Busquets. He nearly introduced Alejandro Balde on the far side as well. He's Frankie de Jong operating as a centre-half here today. Dutch international who is continuously linked with a move to Manchester United of the Premier League.
Well, I'd play anywhere to not go to Manchester United as well. Frankie de Jong's certainly doing that. He's quite happy to play as a right-sided centre-half. Just don't send me to Manchester.
Your words, not mine.
You can at me if you want.
Here come Barcelona in full fabulous flow. Rafinha, the goal scorer. Lovely ball played in!
He's
As the
offside.
ball hit the wrong side of the post. Here, Emre Aubameyang unable to latch onto his cross and execute in the manner in which he would have wanted to.
Nice win by
They come again.
Frankie.
Kissy,
Is it Dembele?
Busquets. Rafinha, twinkle-toed and full of endeavour.
Ah,
Run back immediately by Araujo. Here's Dembele.
good that Balde is getting his chance.
Rafinha. Pedri forced to retreat.
Pedri makes those
So Matt,
decisions
what should we
quickly.
expect in the early
He knows
stages
that
of this
there's no
game?
way in. He plays the ball quickly out to...
Well, it started off very much as it did in the
Balde.
first half, all Barcelona.
Here they come again. Rafinha across goal.
Ooh.
Scrambled away by Nacho at the vital
Nice
moments.
dummy by Pedri.
Well, and we're also seeing up front, I'm quite intrigued to see now Rafinha playing on the left-hand side. We know that he prefers to play on the right-hand side. He's gone to the left. We've got Dembele playing to this right-hand side now as well, with Aubameyang playing through the middle. Frankie de Jong, the man in possession of the ball. We know how he loves to progress to the middle third of the field and spray passes around like that.
Well, Rafinha and Pedri not on the same wavelength on that particular occasion. Militao doing just about enough to rid the danger. Rafinha continues to sparkle in Las Vegas.
I don't think we should be surprised if the game is a little bit disjointed for the opening few minutes of this second half either, Callum. We saw it last night in the Chivas Guadalajara game against Juventus when there's a monumental number of substitutions take place. It just takes a little while for the teams to gel and be cohesive again. And I think we can safely assume that may happen here as well. There's already been too many changes of possession. Take the sides just a few minutes to settle down and get back into the rhythm of the game. And obviously for the substitutes to come in and get used to the pace of it.
Here's Dembele.
Dembele gets the ball in space.
Lovely shot ball in, but it's catching practice really for Thibaut Courtois. Here's Toni Kroos. And Asensio. Maneuvered inside by Vinicius Junior. Can Real Madrid find a way through now? Luka Modric with a teasing ball in. Easily gathered at the near post by Ter Stegen.
He just caught the ground there, Luka Modric, I think, as he tried to just whip that ball across the face of the 6-yard box. It was nothing more than comfortably gathered by Ter Stegen. And Rafinha playing on that left-hand side. We know he loves to play on the right-hand side and cut in onto his left foot. Out there he almost looks a little bit more lost. He's not that orthodox winger who maybe wants to get to the byline and put crosses in. He's much more at home with cutting in and shooting.
Busquets. Flipped into Balde. Frankie de Jong. Lovely floated pass out wide again. Here's Rafinha. High hanging ball, easily gathered by Thibaut Courtois.
It's not play crosses.
So Matt, how do Real Madrid get themselves back into the realm of relevance?
Well, we need to see the likes of Modric, who's on the ball now, and Toni Kroos obviously getting on the ball, dictating the tempo of the game. And I still think without a true centre-forward, it becomes very, very difficult. We know that. There's very few Manchester Cities in the world who can play without a true centre-forward.
Now then, Asensio. Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior in support, as well as Vasquez on the far side. He was shepherded.
Good. Balde shows good strength.
Very well indeed by the youngster Alejandro Balde, just 18 years of age.
He doesn't have the explosivity of Alba, but okay.
Coming back to it, Callum, I think we need to see more from Rodrigo, more from Vinicius Junior, and of course Asensio is now on as well. I also think the fullbacks need to provide a little more impetus. Obviously Vasquez down the right and Mendy now down the left-hand side.
Lovely angled ball from Toni Kroos. There is the German again. This is Junior trying to play on the edge, and he wins Real Madrid a free kick in dangerous territory.
Well, and of course, if you're not able to create things from open play, you then want to rely on your set pieces, especially when you have players with the ability of Toni Kroos standing over the ball. The free kick's no more than 22, 23 yards out.
Well, one would assume the angle presents an opportunity here for Toni Kroos. It will be close and over.
Well, and of course, to be reliant on a set piece, there needs to be good delivery. And good delivery it is not.
At the other end of the field, Thibaut Courtois forced to the cusp of his penalty area. And into uncharted territory. Clash in midfield, and immediately the referee blows the whistle. Now, despite the protest from several Real Madrid players who wanted to continue the play, the opposing view will be this was the sensible thing to do.
Absolutely, I totally see what the referee is doing here. He thought that it was a serious injury. It's a pre-season friendly. He wants to protect the players. But ultimately, it's also a game of football. And of course, the Real Madrid players don't really care that Luka Modric is on the field a little bit injured or laying down on the turf. They wanted play to continue. I feel a little bit sorry for the referee. You know exactly what he's trying to do. Protect the players in pre-season. I think he's admitting it there as well to the Real Madrid players. And that's good refereeing. So you can just see it in the body language. The way with which he's just apologised and he's saying sorry. Look, in hindsight, he would have let play go on. And here it is, that challenge. It is the coming together from two players. It could have been nasty.
Two wily veterans in Busquets and Modric. Never going to put out of a challenge, particularly in a game of this magnitude, pre-season or not. Modric almost gliding through the channels in midfield. There's Asensio in the bright boots, and now Nacho. Ferland Mendy. Another player newly introduced at half-time for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois happy to play out of the back. Here's Asensio. Finding support in the shape of Modric. Still unable to find a way through. Once again, Courtois forced to the edge of his penalty area.
Why are we playing like this?
An uncomfortable situation for any goalkeeper.
Yeah, I talked in the first half about starting positions of goalkeepers, and Courtois there.
Giving a lot of
Starting
position to
17,
Madrid.
18 yards out, always there just to sweep up. That's what the modern day goalkeeper does. Maybe Manuel Neuer started it. That archetypal sweeper keeper, the ability to come out of your area, obviously play with your feet, sometimes play with your chest or your head, and Courtois has it in absolute swathes. For me, it's interesting to see as well in this second half. Vasquez has been able to get forward a lot more already, the right back of Real Madrid, because Luka Modric has come in and he's quite happy just to tuck in behind him and almost play as an auxiliary fullback.
Well, if you may be wondering in terms of
Friendly's bringing
exhibitions
the
and
ball out.
friendly games, Barcelona triumphant in 19 of the 33 friendly matches between these two in various different countries across the world. Both finished, of course,
Ah,
2-2
Araujo.
last season. Will be joined in the Champions League by Atletico Madrid and Sevilla this year. Here's Militao. Barcelona, of course, will find some comfort knowing that they
Barca's intensity has come down in the second half.
competitive meeting, beating them by 4 goals to 0 back in March. So a look of concern from Carlo Ancelotti. Clearly much to digest. And perhaps even more to expect in the next 33 minutes or so from his side. You are trailing courtesy of a Rafinha wonder goal. Here's Thibaut Courtois to start Real Madrid again.
Tempo of the game has come down.
Casemiro. Elegant Brazilian has his heels clipped.
Rafinha should not be playing on the left wing. He's finding it difficult to find passes from there.
Well then, Real Madrid perhaps a little too comfortable, maybe even slightly naive. They do find a way through, as they always seem to do. Here's Ferland Mendy. Toni Kroos. Luka Modric. Hands up here for Rodrigo. Asensio. Vasquez. Asensio!
Poor defending from Barcelona.
Glorious build-up. And Franklin deserved a better finish.
It purely did. You have to be hitting the target there if you're Asensio. And the interchange of play here between Modric and Casemiro. And then as the ball is cut back from Vasquez, he has to hit the target. Bare minimum. Asensio has to hit the target. He has to force Ter Stegen into making a save.
Ah, bad distribution.
Vasquez did.
Vinicius Junior. For Modric. Clipped away for the time being. Ferland Mendy. Battling with his fellow countryman. Ousmane Dembele of French internationals, of course. Militao. Emerick Aubameyang playing the role of senior pest as the Barcelona centre forward.
Madrid are finding it easy to play the passes now. Press is not good. It's not structured. They're not forcing
Luka Modric.
Madrid to make mistakes.
Ball forward as well, by Araujo. From
Araujo reads the ball well.
Yeah, defensively, Araujo's been pretty impressive. His reading of the game's been exemplary. Certainly at times his one-on-one defending has been very good there. Nothing more than cutting out a ball through, but it still needed to be done.
Oh my god.
Miscue from the youngster, Belden on the far side. Raises the arm in apologetic fashion.
So many mistakes.
So it does seem as though there is going to be another Real Madrid change.
Yeah, so Rafinha is going to come out for Dubai probably.
Jesus Vallejo.
No, why is Busquets going?
Player coming in for Real Madrid, of course a player that joined back in 2015. Ex-Real Zaragoza. Loan spells at Eintracht Frankfurt and Granada and Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League as well. He will be just a singular change for Real Madrid as Barcelona make a slew. 5 we're told, in fact.
The Araujo is coming off Pedri, Busquets, Hearts and Rafinha. Oh, why is PK getting a chance now? Okay, Frankie is going to go at the middle. Probably with Kessie up front, with Nico in the holding role. So Dest is coming on, so Araujo goes into centre defense. Dest on the right back. Peña comes in for Hearts. Sergi Roberto is on. For whom? Rafinha probably. So he's going to play that way. Memphis, yeah. No, why is Roberto playing up front? Oh, Frankie is still playing at the back. Garcia's off. Frankie is a better option than Roberto.
Seems to be an unpopular individual in Las Vegas.
Kessie needs to up his game. He needs to be aware of what is going on around him.
Modric taking charge of the situation. Nacho. Gonzalez. Dembele. Roberto. Guest. Scrambled away by Real Madrid.
It's a free kick outside the box.
Vasquez on the edge of the penalty area. Yes, it's not the greatest of controls by Vasquez to right back, and then he's forced just to almost rugby tackle Depay to the ground. The initial contact, of course, just outside the area. Correct decision by the referee. Yellow card and free kick, no penalty.
Solving. Depay have his moment. He goes to the cusp and Belder via a deflection behind.
Balde for a corner. Memphis goes to take the corner. The game has become boring. The tempo has come down. There is no aggressiveness in terms of the press. Players are being casual.
Decent ball played in and away.
Off of Roberto for a goal kick.
It's a great ball whipped in here from Depay into that near post area. Sergio Roberto flings himself at it, almost ducks out of it in the end. Thinks there's going to be a little bit of a coming together between he and the Real Madrid defenders. Takes his eye off the ball, hits the back of his head and just goes over the crossbar. But a terrific delivery from Depay. Exactly what you want from your corner taker.
So just to recap those changes for Barcelona, Iñaki Peña, the goalkeeper, coming in. Of course, we've already seen Gerard Piqué touch the ball on
Nice press. No, Kessier, first touch was bad.
Modric looks to clean up for Real Madrid. Set up here nicely is Dembele. Gonzalez into Valder. Able to force a way through. So Real Madrid keeps Barcelona at bay.
Poor Gerard Piqué never really realised at the end he's had such a big following in Las Vegas.
Nice by Nico.
Roberto.
Bad pass. Should be played.
Can Barcelona find a second? Here's the
Scrappy game. I don't know why Roberto is playing up front. Frankie should be playing.
Moment, though. Won't be too fond of that. Not his finest moment, Matt.
No, it's not goes with a little Cruyff or just tries to do a little backward flick. Didn't quite come off, but we do know what we're going to get from Serginho Dest. Is somebody who's going to push on from that right full-back position. Two-footed, equally happy to get to the byline across the ball or cut inside up to the left.
To the other end. Here's Modric. It's a delightful ball into it. Just of Vinicius Junior, who was unable to keep the ball in play. Quiet night for the attacking player of Real Madrid. Second highest goal scorer for Real Madrid last season, of course, with 17 in La Liga, 21 in all competitions. Of course, scored the winning goal against Liverpool in the Champions League final.
I do think it's noticeable, Callum, the difference between the two sides. And I know maybe I'm harping on about it a little bit too much, but without a centre forward, it seems very difficult for Real Madrid to have that transition through defence into midfield and then up front. For Barcelona, it's much easier. Aubameyang's willing to shove and receive the ball, and Depay's coming in from the left-hand side as well at times.
Why are these fuckers booing PK? Fuck you. You're not going to see anyone like
Asensio taking over. Led by De Jong.
you idiots.
Able to evade Asensio in the process. Still challenge from Vallejo.
Frankie brings the ball.
Barcelona looking for a second.
Bad pass, Frankie.
Behind the ball and the pass.
Immediately held his head in his hands, didn't he, Frankie de Jong? The simple pass into the path of Depay, totally unopposed, but overhit it by a number of yards.
So Alvaro Odriozola coming in, as well as Mariano, long-time centre forward at Real Madrid. Ceballos, the former Arsenal loanee, also entering the fray for Real Madrid.
Well, just as I was bemoaning the lack of a centre forward for Real Madrid, what they do have now is a centre forward in Mariano, the 28-year-old. club for a number of years, but really struggled to force his way into the team. 7 goals in La Liga for Mariano.
It's an interesting story with Mariano. As I mentioned, 6 goals in 4 La Liga seasons with Real Madrid. 27 goals for the B team, caught the attention of Lyon. 18 goals in the 17-18 campaign. Was enough for Real Madrid to buy him back. Here's Modric.
Some Modric, it's Oriol.
And Balder. To Piqué. Serginho Dest.
Nice.
Roberto.
Done.
Sergio Roberto. Opened up here. Kessie!
Ah, Kese. Nice move. This is what I'm talking about. The runs in between, that is what is going to confuse the midfield. And the defense.
It's a lovely build-up here.
Nice run by Aubameyang, taking the different rubber.
Courtois has read that like a book. He's already gone down before Kessie has struck it.
Ceballos. Asensio. Mariano. Got a toe to it.
Yeah, with a lovely little bump from Frenkie de Jong. Just as he was about to control the ball here, you see him come in and just a little nudge into the back of Mariano. Terrific defending for Frenkie de Jong.
Luis Gonzalez. Another academy products from Barcelona. Pestered and has his pocket picked. Here's Mariano.
Shows my strength.
The combination of Gonzalez and Dest. Look, here come Real Madrid again. Casemiro. Still there to find a way through. Appeals for a penalty. Referee has no interest. Dest finding Dembele. Pena now to resume for Barcelona.
Why? Easy pass to Piqué.
Away from your monitor. Kessie has been booked for this.
Here it is. A great tackle on the edge of the penalty area from Nico Gonzalez, and he takes a little foot just in the face. Looked like from Dani Ceballos.
There'll be 1 or 2
Fucking
choice
idiot,
words
Ceballos.
from Kessie as well. And away he goes into the book.
And even with all the changes in personnel, it's still incredibly lively here. Luka Modric just gets caught offside. He won't be particularly happy with that.
Our coverage of the Soccer Champions Tour 2022 continues on Tuesday when FC Barcelona meets Juventus at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. That's a 7:30 Central Time kickoff. Action continues just several hours later in San Francisco as Real Madrid meets Club America. And then next Saturday, Real Madrid will play Juventus at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
Ah, nice.
7 p.m. Pacific kickoff. Here come Barcelona. Full start given. Well, eventually, after further thought, the referee changes his mind. Depay, the player taken down. Thus meaning an opportunity here for Barcelona.
Just has to be a little bit careful here, the referee. The game's starting to get out of hand slightly. There's been a number of fouls, and this is wildly off the ball. A little bit of a punch thrown there, maybe, from Casemiro. Not the greatest of punches, of course, but the intent was there from Casemiro.
Nice pick by Depay.
Running the ball out of play. Rihanna wants to continue on.
What the fuck, Ceballos? Fuck off, you idiot.
So the man has the second half thus far panned out in the manner in which you expected it to?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a little bit disjointed. It hasn't been as jam-packed full of quality as the first half was. But I think you'd expect that with the plethora of substitutions we've had so far. There's no way it can be as cohesive as it was in the first half. Because not only did we see so many
Nice by
substitutions at
Frankie.
half-time, we've also seen the second half as a whole littered with them.
Builders ball in. Takes a deflection and Ferland Mendy to the rescue for Real Madrid. Melvin, there are half-hearted appeals for a handball. No VAR here in this tournament, and the referee has continued to play on. Here's Dest. Dembele. Pocket picked by Toni Kroos. Sensio carrying it forward here for Mariano. Perhaps an opening here for Real Madrid. Mariano gets the half yard he needs. Posted into the Las Vegas sky. Piqué cushioning it forward as well. Gonzalez doing the rest. Ceballos, ex-Real Betis man, from a 2-year loan stint at Arsenal last season, of course. Toni Kroos, lovely crossfield pass.
Nice by Depay.
Done on the far side by Depay. Real Madrid with immediacy back in possession. Modric. Perhaps an opening here for them.
Peña smothers it. Good. They're not looking up. They're just crossing it.
Here we see Odriozola just get into the byline, but the cross isn't quite good enough. And this is that handball. It's as clear as day to me. And from the aforementioned Odriozola as well, he got at the other end to the byline.
That should have been a penalty.
If there was VAR on show here today, VAR being implemented, that would have been a penalty kick, Callum. That is for certain. Absolutely stonewall penalty. No wonder the Barcelona bench below us went absolutely apoplectic with the fourth official. They saw it, they knew it.
Ceballos. Mariano let it run. Here's Balde.
Balde, easy pass.
From the youngster. He and Aubameyang not on the same wavelength. Much to the relief of Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah, that phrase there, not on the same wavelength. I don't think we should be too surprised by that again, with the number of changes in substitutions, or in personnel rather. Fully 2 new 11s on show here, just about. Courtois is one of the only players to still be out there who began the game.
Thibaut Courtois, the only player yet to be substituted by Real Madrid. Attention now towards the other end. Odriozola. Into Casemiro. And Toni Kroos.
This new team is just running towards the ball rather than pressing, doing a forced press. They're just running behind the ball like monkeys. Of course, Real Madrid are going to have more possession in that case. Make passing lanes difficult to maintain for Real Madrid. That is what you need to do.
Worth noting as well, whilst we're on the subject of Major League Soccer, Gareth Bale was today for LAFC. Season ahead for him with the World Cup at the end of the calendar year.
We've seen a number of players coming into MLS who are going to have a really positive effect on the league. The likes of Insigne, of course, at TFC, Bernardeschi as well. Gareth Bale, of course. I would have thought this will be the first of many goals for the Welshman, if he stays fit, of course.
In the meantime, Toni Kroos, who is the recipient of another abrasive challenge. Unable to find a way through, but Caballos keeping the move alive here for Real Madrid. Philo Mendy.
Kessie is making a lot of mistakes today.
Casemiro. Teed himself up nicely, thought about it for a moment, didn't he? And now Luka Modric to pick up the scraps. Toni Kroos to continue to dictate.
Yeah, Toni Kroos, he is dictating. I expected Luka Modric to dictate more, but Luka Modric keeps finding himself over on the right-hand side, whether playing as an auxiliary right fullback or whether playing as a right midfielder. I'd like to see him a little bit more central and him and Kroos linking up. We haven't seen enough of that.
De Jong comfortable under pressure. Although the pressure too much to handle. Here come Real Madrid. Stew from Caballos.
Ceballos plays like an idiot.
A misplaced pass from Toni Kroos. He very well leads. Dembele in.
Dembele.
Very well to read the situation.
Yeah, as a centre-half, you don't want to come back out of that centre-half position and be playing as a fullback. Nacho ended up fronting Dembele, being one-on-one with him. You really sometimes do not want that as a centre-half. Nacho was quite happy with it, though. Really good one-on-one defending from the left-sided centre-half of Real Madrid.
Does feel, Matt, as if the game is there for the taking. Both have had a litany of openings in the second half.
Yeah, but what we mustn't forget as well, though, is Real Madrid, certainly according to the statistics below me, they still haven't had a shot on target. Still hasn't been forced into a save, Ter Stegen. Yes, he's gathered in from a number of cross-field opportunities, but from crosses either from outside the penalty area, a couple from the byline, but it's been a really comfortable night for him.
It's the single solitary goal from Rafinha of Barcelona. The difference so far for those of you once again joining us late. If you are joining us late, where on earth have you been? Nacho with a clever step. Caballos now into Luka Modric.
Kessie is having a poor showing today.
This is his 11th season at Real Madrid. Kroos. Vallejo. So with just over 5 minutes remaining, Matt Lawrence, what would be the message from Carlo Ancelotti?
Well, the message from Carlo Ancelotti is let's not worry about the scoreline, that's for sure. If we're talking about specifically this game, it's readily apparent how much they miss Karim Benzema, that's for certain. Whether it's Benzema, whether they dip into the transfer market and buy another centre forward, you wouldn't have thought they need one with Benzema here, but they miss him.
Touching by Dest. Now it's Dembele.
Oh, this is the wayward shooting I'm talking about. No, actually it was a save. My bad.
Well, if he isn't the world's best, he's certainly right up there, Courtois. And we see why. Dembele runs off Mendy. It's a lovely ball into him. It's a nicely weighted pass from Kessie. And he fires on target, but Courtois stands up big and tall. Great save.
Courtois able to gather in mid-flight after Barcelona went short from the corner.
Well, Dembele should have been scoring there. He goes with power, of course. but Courtois doesn't commit and just makes himself very big at that near post area.
Nice read by PK. Man on, someone give him a call. Fuck you, Ceballos. You're not going to get any chances by being aggressive, you fucking idiot. You need to be strategically aggressive.
Here is that strike from Dembele. He doesn't go with finesse, he goes with power. It makes it a lot easier for Courtois. Strikes it with the laces. For me, needs to pick up spot. Needs to go across the goalkeeper. The goalie then, Courtois, either will offer up a rebound or the ball nestles in the far corner. He goes for the harder option, power on the near post.
One in mid-flights by Nacho once more. It's turned this time, and now Barcelona with a real opening, 4 against 3. Dembele, fabulous save, Depay.
Ah, Depay. Dembele certainly needs to improve his finishing. I mean, you should not just fucking put everything into the ball. You need to find places.
With the clock counting down in Las Vegas. Toni Kroos again. Phil Mendy. Modric. Modric surveying the scene.
Yeah, they're doing so well, Barcelona. Any time that Modric or Toni Kroos gets the ball, they're getting bodies behind the ball.
Lovely ball forwards. Perhaps an opening here for Real Madrid. Asensio. Arguably had the pick of the chances for Real Madrid in the second half.
Barcelona not holding out, which is a good thing. It shows grit.
Phil Mendy.
Hopefully they can see off the game or maybe score one more goal on the counter.
There's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Hey,
So just over 3
Kessie
minutes
is making
for Real Madrid to
bad
find
decisions
something.
today.
All for Barcelona to hold on. Phil Mendy. Modric. Cleverly done by Real Madrid. Asensio's ball across Mariano. With the gill gaping.
Still to register that first shot on target, Real Madrid. The chances are there, the chances have been coming, especially in this second half. Delightful cross from Asensio. And Mariano gets across the face of Piqué. Piqué is caught napping. Mariano, bare minimum, needs to hit the target there. Needs to force Ter Stegen into a save. Where's Karim Benzema? When you need him.
It's a finish very representative of pre-season. Barcelona have a second up their sleeve. Here's Aubameyang. Dembele. Towards the Castiglions. Memphis Depay.
Ah, nice idea by Depay.
Vallejo doing enough. Here's Dest. Fighting ball in away by the head of Nacho this time. Real Madrid can't get out. And Dest.
Ooh! Swerving.
Creates another sensational save.
Nice shot by Dest.
Dest at his best in the last few seconds. Crossing from the byline with the right, now shooting with the left.
He put his laces through. It was a fucking insane shot.
But that's what you get from
For his left foot, I mean. I think we should just see it out now.
not enough of them in the world game.
There's just 1 more minute. Late shot.
Here's Depay. Another inviting ball flashes across goal. Sits up there for Dembele. Behind for a corner.
Well, the chances they keep on are coming for Barcelona. And they'll keep taking the corners as well as the seconds tick by.
Litany of Barcelona players awaiting the service. Depay goes short for Dembele. Still a slew of options for Barcelona. Depay. Kissy. Well blocked. Another cry for a hand. Referee says no. And now Real Madrid can break. Here's Asensio. The bodies fly forward for Real Madrid. Asensio's ball in. Easily dealt with
Nico.
Gonzalez.
Neat work. Good win in the Classico. Let's go. I'll see you all next time. I'm going to go to bed. Good game. I'll talk about the game later, maybe tomorrow. So take care. Good win for us. Let's see.